ado, turn it over to Josh, and he'll start us on those.
All right, so this last week on Monday we had the.
You look squishy.
Yeah,
Give him some room.
Okay, so last Monday, we had a late night Cosmic Talk, and it was the Spider-Man. Sony and Marvel announced an agreement.
It was a crisis video. Crisis arose.
Yeah.
And we responded.
It was late. They woke me up from my sleep and everything. But like, Jay, you gotta
weren't
hear what
sleeping.
happened.
You were not
hear what
sleeping at all.
happened. You gotta hear what happened. I woke up. I ain't grabbed my shoes or
Anyways,
nothing.
so we did that, and within 24 hours we got maybe 150 likes. Not 150 likes. 150 views. Thank you. And by now we have over 600. That is good work, people. You guys are awesome. So. Dang, I blinked. I hate when I do that. Anyway, so yeah, this past week, Marvel has said that they want to go back young. They want to have a young Spider-Man. They want to put him in high school. We had a high school Peter Parker with Sam Raimi's, though he was only in high school for maybe half the first movie, and he went to college. And we got maybe a full high school movie with Andrew Garfield in the first Amazing Spider-Man movie, but I think they're wanting to see him a few more movies with him actually in high school. So I think it's brilliant. I don't want to see a traditional college Spider-Man like in the original comics. I want to see him in high school. I want to see him kicking butt, puns, all that. And the couple of people that they've been looking at is Dylan O'Brien and Logan Lerman. So let's talk about that. First, I think Dylan O'Brien would be the perfect fit for Peter Parker. He looks like him. He's really young. He's pretty well known.
And he's got that sarcasticness that we need.
I still love Garfield.
Everyone loves Garfield. He is a good, amazing Spider-Man. Though Logan Lerman,
No.
I can't see him anything other than Percy Jackson. That's all I can see him. Guys?
Dylan O'Brien, hands down. He's got everything he needs. He's got the looks. He's got the sarcasticness. He's just a good actor.
She just thinks he's cute.
Shut up. And then you have Logan, whatever his last
Lerman.
name is, and he's an okay actor. I'm not a big fan of his acting. He's more the serious, not really. He's just not what I think I would see in the Spider-Man.
I'm just tired of them changing Spider-Mans all the time. From the other Spider-Man movies, and then Garfield was the best Spider-Man I've ever seen, and now they want to change it to another dude. I'm tired of them changing Spider-Mans. It's like them changing Batmans all the time.
Well, Batman is a different story.
Well, with
It's still changing all the time.
Well, with this new deal coming on here, you're actually going to get maybe 6 or 7 Spider-Man movies, or Spider-Man showing up in six or seven different movies where they're not going to change him. With this new casting and everything, they're going to start him out in high school, and then he's going to show up in all the MCU movies from Civil War to the Infinity Wars, possibly Part 1 and 2. Then he's going to get his own movie in 2017. So that's 4 movies right there where you're going to have the same Spider-Man already. The deal with Sony and Marvel was basically they had to make the deal to where they're going to have to get a new actor because they want him to go back to high school. They want to start him over. They want to do him right. Mm-hmm. Unlike these other movies where the Sam Raimi movies, the regular Spider-Man movies, and Amazing Spider-Man, each one took little bits out of the comics, out of his true story, and basically made their own story with it. But neither one of them, he was as young as he was when he was bitten by the spider. So I see maybe they'll go back and maybe they will redo it to where this one's going to be more accurate, or maybe they won't, because he is going to be showing up in Civil War first, but from the comics he doesn't show up in Civil War until he's a lot older.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what they're going to do. I'm fine with them changing him right now, even though I did really like Andrew Garfield. I preferred him over Tobey Maguire. But as long as you have that continuity and are able to keep him there for a long period of time, that I'm fine with. And then my pick for Spider-Man, I would prefer to see Dylan O'Brien over Logan Lerman because, like Josh was saying, the only time I see Logan Lerman, I just think Percy Jackson. I think this whiny little kid who can't do anything. I mean, even though he's been in other movies and stuff, he was in Fury, but still, when I see the guy, it's kind of like Shia LaBeouf. You see Shia LaBeouf, you think Transformers or whatever. I can't get past that. Logan Lerman, I see him, I just think Percy Jackson. I think, man, this kid's a little weenie. He needs to suck it up. He's supposed to be a god, but But then you got Dylan O'Brien. You watch him, you see him in, he's in Teen Wolf, and then you watch him in Maze Runner. Shows that he can do an action flick, and then he's also in The Internship, and then you can see he can be sarcastic also and be, the little nerd or whatever too. So I honestly think Dylan O'Brien is going to be the better pick. I mean, he looks more like him than looks more like the Spider-Man character than Logan Lerman. So overall, I would think he would be the better pick. I mean, heck, even a little while ago when he was doing that interview, he even said he wanted to play Spider-Man. So hey, the stars are aligning, everything's falling into place.
Do it.
So,
any thoughts on this, Jay?
Yeah, Dylan O'Brien. He's the only choice, the perfect choice. He's like that mixture of if you just bring in the internship with the glasses and everything, and then mix that with Maze Runner, like that action star that he was in there. Mix those two together.
Yeah, it's like
Perfect
he
Spider-Man.
can do the
Yeah.
nerd look, so he can be like whatever.
Oh, he can definitely
He's
do the
pretty
nerd
hot
look.
that way. I know. Just saying. No, but I personally, as someone who's seen a lot of his show and the movie, it is a very good actor because, especially if you've seen Teen Wolf, but there's just a season where his character completely changes from what he is originally, and it's very good, like, for an actor to see that as a person. It's just different, and it's nice to see that because you're like, oh, he can play this different character, and It he is does nice a good to see job. people going from a werewolf to a human sometimes.
He's not a werewolf.
No.
He's a human.
So
I think he's the
right
only
now.
human in that.
He's the
He's
only
the-
human in this show.
Yeah.
But-
he's the best friend in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have never seen the show, and I don't know if I really want to.
I would highly recommend it to you.
But he can do different roles because you've seen it before if you ever watched
He
it.
can do different genres. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that we're all in agreement on who should play
Oh, it's unanimous.
Spider-Man,
I still don't really approve.
I think most. Well, I said. Well, you don't count. That's why I said we all. You're just taking up space.